Mushy, and you're you. Hello, you. And we're here at Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting for another WiP'n'Chit. And we'll be working today on Put a Ring on It by Raven Diamond Art. So let's get into it. I almost forgot. Before we get too deep into the deepness, let's talk about our tools of the trade for today. I will be using my limited edition ephemera 3D totem model tray of life and love. Yes, color. Don't tell anybody. And I'll be using a diamond painting pen from Patriotic Team. This is the style, color, cut. I don't know the proper terminology. This pen is called Raven. That's all I know. It's called Raven. All right, and we'll be using our Meowa Make Your Own Wall Art Alien Putty in the scent, style, color, formula Boulder. Yes, here's the little scanny if you need it. Smells divine. And I will be keeping my trash drills in this little do not recommend. There we go. It doesn't have like an auto spring, so it's like hard to get it open, but I got this from Temu. There's the one piece of trash I've collected so far. But this will be our trash component. I know the video's a little dark to begin with. Sorry about that. I'm trying to avoid the glare here. And the last thing we'll be using is the Elizabeth Ward Style Containment Modular Kit System by the company Classify, also found on Temu. Links to everything will be down in the description box below. All right, so without further ado, let's get you guys zoomed in, get our backlight on, and get to chitty chatting. PSA, it helps if you plug in your light board before you try to turn it on. Haha. Yay, and we have light. Finally. I couldn't figure out. I'm pushing the button and I'm like, why? Why you no turn on light? Well, maybe it's because Mushy didn't have it plugged in. Sorry about the motion, folks. Moving with me. Oh, well, yeah, just nobody saw anything, right? It's our secret. Saw what? That's the correct response that I want to see in the comments. I saw nothing. Saw what? Huh? There's nothing to see here. Things like that. Yeah. Don't rat me out, you guys. It's not my fault. I blame Kit Kat and her gifts. It's all her fault. All right. I'm going to get my tray ready. I like to use mine. I don't want to lose my nubbin. I don't want to lose it. We're going to put it over there where it's safe. And I'm going to put my little funnel doohickey in. Bloop. And my lid back on. Shloop. Voila. Okay. There. Now I am ready. I need to move my cover minder that nobody saw, right, out of the way. And actually use the cover minder. You guys, we're getting off to a rough start here. Rough start. That's okay. Can I use my cover minder and keep it out of frame? Maybe just give you guys like a there. That's what you get. I don't know what you're talking about. That's not enough to identify it. Yay. Has anybody seen that that one movie? Was it a James Bond or like an Austin Powers or something called Goldmember? Yeah. Okay. Let me see. Are you as zoomed as I can zoom you? There we go. Yay. I'll have to talk a little quieter because I'm like in the microphone's grill, if you will. All right, let's pick a letter. What do I see first that's jumping? My poor little ruler needs replaced. I need to replace it. It is getting warped, bent, and broken. Still working, but it's on its last legs. Let's do a plus sign. That just jumps out at me. So yeah, hopefully we'll stay in focus this time. So, but I sort of need to see too, so that's fun. Okay. Okay. So, do you guys like to watch WiP'n'Chits this close, or do you like a bigger picture? Do you like it to be far out where you're not really seeing the symbols and where each drill is getting placed? Do you like that? Like more big picture, or do you like this up close, or do you not care? Is it one of those things that it's like, girl, you playing in the background? I'm just listening. Ain't nobody looking. Nobody's got time to look at your whip because I'm working on my whip. Is it one of those things? So, like, literally, I could have a blank screen on and just be talking to you and it'd be fine? Type of. Sorry, bark machines. I was trying to think to myself, like, what kind of whips I consume on the YouTube. And do they zoom in? Do they zoom out? And really, either or is fine with me because I do treat it more like almost like a podcast situation, or almost like I feel like somebody's in the room with me, and we're just having a conversation, or I'm just listening to someone tell me about life and I'm working on my whip. I don't look up often. And when I do look up, I'm happy to see whatever it is that is on the screen up close or far away. It doesn't bother me. But I thought I'd ask you guys what you like to see. It doesn't bother me to film it either way. I think I've filmed it both ways. How is everybody's day going? At the time of filming, it is Monday, President's Day. And it's very upsetting to me that there is no mail today because I've got a new pen coming from Patriotic Team. If you hadn't heard or saw, they're doing a Zodiac line. And so they're making pens representative of the different Zodiac symbols and signs, whatever. I am a Taurus. And they picked an amazing color chunk. Guys, listen. I do not know how pens are made exactly. From what I've seen in some of the TikToks, it starts off as like a block or a chunk of material and then gets spun around until it, kind of like Cinderella spins around until her rags turn into a gown. It's one of those situations. That is the gist of my knowledge. I guess that's what it's magic. So yeah, they take a chunk of plastic and spin it around until it morphs into something beautiful and functional, i.e. the diamond pins that we have here. See? Like this. So, but yeah, I saw they were doing a Zodiac line, and I sent a message and I said, I don't want to ask, for special favors or nothing, but, so when you hear the word but, everything that came before it's moot. Just erase it. But, I saw you're doing some Zodiac signs. If you're going to do the whole Zodiac, when you get to Taurus, just, put a little wig in my ear, a little earwig, put a little bug in there, and let a girl know. Because I know that, you can't make an infinite number of those, and like, I'm a Taurus, and I like your pens, and I know I just bought a bunch of your pens, but I didn't realize we were doing the Zodiac, and I sort of got to have it in my life. And she said, okay. And then the next day, like magic, a Taurus pen appears in the shop. And like magic, come dark and the house is asleep, somehow, don't know how, I bought one. I middle of the night shopped me one. Yes, I did. So I will have me a Zodiac pen in the style Taurus. It is in the mail, and bless her heart, she attempted to appease my pink loathing eyes and put it in a mailer that, instead of being hot pink this time, is pink and white striped. So I mean, it cuts down on the pink, right, by like 50% because of the white stripes. That I'm grateful for. However, you know, I'm still going to have trouble convincing my door to let pink of even that amount past the threshold. We'll see what happens. I mean, it might just spit it back out and into the yard, in which I'm going to have to go fetch it and like disguise it as something else that's darker in color, any other, you know, anything not pink, before it'll let me bring it in. Doors can be funny that way, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. So yeah, I have a patriotic team pen coming. And the Taurus colors were like, it looked like brown and gold and orange, like a deep, or like a burnt, everything that's mushy love color was in that pen. And so, of course, I had to get it. What else? Oh yeah, I have a Raven Diamond art order. I did fight through the gaggle of you heathens in the Weberverse to get to the virtual doors of Raven Diamond Art Friday at 10 a.m. and make my selections and purchases before you guys could swipe them out from under me and make them sold out. So neener, I got mine, and I am truly sorry if the one or ones, I haven't looked at their stock, but if the one or ones you wanted was sold out, and I'm sorry. And if one of the ones that you wanted and is no longer available, and it happens that it was one that I ordered, just know that it was not me that got the last one. It was someone else. It just anyone else. It wasn't me. Don't be mad at me. Not my fault. So yeah, we got the Raven Diamond Art package coming, but because President's Day and there's no mail, I have to wait a whole extra day. Sad times, sad times. We also have some more of the giveaway prize packagey situations coming in, like prizes coming in for the giveaway. Oops. I tried to put that in the wrong hole. That's what he said. But yeah. So I've got something. I think it's the package that I've been waiting on from Canada. Yes, I know it's Canada. I can say it how I want. Canada. To add to the prize package, and we have a Temu haul coming. A diamond painting, speak words. A diamond painting related Temu haul coming. We have a GBFKE haul coming. Both pretty small hauls in their own right. Not as big as some of the hauls that I've done. So there's that. Shouldn't be too time consuming, but some fun stuff coming from Temu and GBFKE. Which reminds me, if you are a Temu shopper like me, and you're going to be shopping on Temu anyway, do a channel a favor and consider using the affiliate links in the description box below, down by my socials. That's where I'll be putting any codes or affiliate links that I obtain to pass on to you guys. You get some kind of benefit. The link will tell you what benefit. I think right now it's a coupon packet or something. And I get a few pennies to rub together in the channel budget pot to then give back to Temu and to you, essentially, in a way, to reinvest in the channel and get some more stuff to unbox and use and test and do with you. So that's how that works. Use it if you want, don't if you don't. I get it. Clicking links is scary and can lead to some bad things under certain circumstances. So I don't blame you if you don't wanna. But boy, I sure like it when you do, because then it helps me, you know, show you stuff. get stuff to show you stuff. Yeah, so that's kind of what we've got coming up. I don't have enough room to, like, I'm gonna bonk my phone. There it is. Yep, sorry guys, gonna have to do this out of frame because, oh, you know what might help? You know what could possibly help? If I opened the floodgate that I left completely closed. Here I'm like, why am I trying to pour? And nothing's coming out. That would be why. There we go. It's one of those days. Yep. What do we have next? Let's go with, I know what Sundown calls this symbol. I'll show you the symbol and I mean, it kind of looks like it could be Jack Skellington eyes. That's kind of what I see, but you know, Sundown. You guys know what Sundown sees. And you don't have to even know Sundown to know what he sees. Those. Headlights, if you will. We're going to go with the headlight symbol. So yeah, those are some videos. Another Peep My Stash video is coming. You guys seem to really like that, and I don't mind showing you. And some of it, I mean, I'm kind of embarrassed by some of the diamond paintings I have. I got to be honest, like some of the unfinished canvases I have, a little bit embarrassing, especially when we get to like cutesy little baby animals. But again, that's why they're in the stash and not in the completion pile. What was I thinking when I bought those? I was thinking, you know, to help get Sundown started on diamond painting, I would start him off on some sweet little innocent baby animals. But no, he did a little half of a kitten, abandoned the little half of a baby kitten, and jumped right into Drip Drop, and is off and away he goes. He is a diamond painting papa. He was like, yeah, I don't need training wheels. Thanks, Mush, but I got this from here. And I'm, okay, buddy. So yeah, I've got some, you guys are going to see some that I'm quite proud that I have in my stash and I'm excited to get to. And then you're going to see some that you're going to be like, dark and creepy where? Mushy, you know, what, middle of the night shopping Mushy. She doesn't like dark and creepy. She likes, you know, fluffy and unicorn farts and fairy dust. You know, it is what it is. Don't judge me. Then, let's see, we got Peep My Stash. We got some hauls. We got some, I bought some stuff. Yeah. Can't think of, got this WiP'n'Chit coming. Oh, was that all the headlights? Yeah, that was all the headlights that we got for this. I can't really think of any, anything else that's coming up in the near future. Oh, cookies. We finally, oh, sorry, I didn't mean to do that. We got our, I need a pill, little blue pill. Where are you? Yeah, this way. We got through our D stash, number 1. I don't know how I survived it, you guys. It was fun, and I was happy to do it. I'm not complaining. But just the stress of, like, and the fear that, oh my gosh, I'm going to get people confused. I'm going to send the wrong canvases to the wrong people. I'm going to get the wrong shipping estimate to the wrong person. I'm going to... it's going to get damaged in transit. I'm going to forget somebody. You know, the stress. You wouldn't think it's that stressful, but it was. I was like, I wanted everything to be just so. So that was stressful, but we got through it. You guys should be, if you don't have those of you who participated in the D-Stash and requested your canvases, they're all sent. they're all sent out. All of you should have received a picture of the receipt proving the cost of shipping is what I said it was, and your tracking number. And if you don't already have your packages, you should be getting them pretty soon. I'd love to know. Other news. Oh, before I get to that, what I was saying was we got through that, and then we just did the 666 subby giveaway celebration situation. Picked our winners for that. Congratulations, Cherry Berry and William Charters. You are our 2 666 subby giveaway winners. Yay! So that's, don't worry about that sound. That's sundown outside doing some farm stuff. But yeah, so that was fun, and that's a huge relief. Have made contact with both winners. Well, they made contact with me, and I, obviously conversed back. But yes, they did reach out to me and identify themselves and prove themselves. And so both prize packages have been claimed and will be sent out the first week of March, as when I anticipate everything for both packages to be here and for me to have time to confirm that everything I want in there is in there and get it packed up nice and neat and snug and cuddly, toasty woasty and safe and out into the world. So there's that. Thank you for everyone who participated. And if you didn't win and you're kind of bummed, don't be bummed. I like giving things away. I will do it again in the future. If we can get to 1313 subbies, that's my next personal goal. That's a fun number. Lucky to some, unlucky to others. Either way you do it, it's a superstitious kind of thing, which falls right in line with dark and creepy. So I thought that would be a fun number to celebrate if we can get to that point. Then, we got little Miss Schmerschmexa messing with the house. Then we got that kind of out of the way, and the good stress. I'm not complaining. It's not bad stress. The good stress of that has largely passed. Like I said, I am still waiting on a couple of prizes to go in the packages. But I'm not stressed about that because I do have tracking, so I know that the stuff is coming and making its way to me. So that's a relief. And I did get to talk to both winners and finalize all of that, and that was a huge relief. And yeah, so I'm as excited and fun and happy as it was, and I am, and I'm looking forward to doing it again at 1313. I'm also relieved to have it kind of behind me, and for the most part, and have that checked off the list. Did the 666 giveaway? Check. Yep. And so now I can turn my focus, my laser on refocus on Chef Laura. Yes. Chef Laura is the next target of my honoriness. And I do believe we owe her some cookies, and some cookies she will get. If you hadn't heard, we are having a bake-off. Chef Laura sent a metric poop ton of cookies over to our home, and oh, were they delicious, you guys. Oh, so delicious. We got red velvet. We've got chocolate chip. We got Reese's peanut butter cup. We got some brownie, chocolatey cookies. Oh, so good. But that honorary chef, she packed it, like she, all throughout the box, critters, creepy crawlers, just scary little ooky, spooky stuff in there that I saw some on the top, and that was cool because I saw it coming, so I'm like, I managed it. Okay, I managed it. But then she buried some of it in the cookies and attached spiders. Yeah, a hairy spider to one of the cookies. And I lost it. Yeah, I'm not too proud of I lost it. But in doing that to me, she triggered mushy ornery mode. So, ornery, she will get. Oh, you ain't seen nothing, chef. So, oh yeah, we got some ideas. So that'll be coming relatively soon. We are collecting all the materials that we need for not just cookies, but also for the ornery portion. Because she can't just send me rats and eyeballs and spiders and get away with it. Yeah. No. No. You asked Mushy to play. You poked the Mushy ornery button. Then, yeah, activated. I'm coming for you, Chef Laura. My whole family getting in on it. So there's that coming up, and if you haven't checked out, if you don't know, like, Mushy, who are you talking about? I don't know how you haven't heard of her. She's super nice and super fun to watch. That's Chef. What is your channel name, Chef Laura? It's Crafty Chef Diamond, but we know her as Chef Laura. And she is a channel here on YouTube who does diamond painting. Go check her out. Lots and lots of fun. So, yeah, there's that. Is the next thing on our hit list in the outside of strictly diamond painting agenda. Excited to do that. And personal, let's see, what personal news? Today we had a scare. Girl dog, Charlotte, who is 3, just turned 3 actually, had a seizure today. This dog has only ever had a seizure one other time in her life, and that was when she was a pup and she got fixed, and part of the post-operative cocktail they gave her was trazodone, and she had an adverse reaction to it. It gave her a seizure. We had to rush her to the emergency room, and they had to put in an IV, give her some, I guess, something to counteract it. But that it was the one and only time that this pup, that to our knowledge, has ever had a seizure. Until today. Yeah, her girly whirly squirrely, aka Al, left for work, and Sundown and I were having a bite to eat for lunch, and the kids, and by the kids I mean the pups, boy dog and girl dog, Russ and Char, were in the living room taking a snoozelet. Char was, we have an L-shaped couch, and she was in the, like, on the floor in the L part, like where the 90-degree angle cuts in, and she likes to nestle in there. And heck if I know where boy dog was, I don't know, but he was in there. And all of a sudden we are chowing down, conversating. We were chowing down and conversating, and we hear what sounded like brother-sister scuffle. And so of course, you know, Sundown Sundown puts his food down, and he takes a few steps into the living room to look around the corner and get an idea of, what do you kids think you're doing in here? We can see you. And he sees Char floppy bopping around like almost like a fish out of water, but standing. She was attempting to come get help. She was attempting to walk from the couch in our general direction, but she was unable to control her body. She was foaming at the mouth, and I don't believe that she could see. She looked and acted as if she was blind. And then when she got bonked herself around, like back and forth between the couch and the coffee table, she cleared the coffee table, and then I guess because she couldn't see or didn't know what was going on, or didn't have control of her body, I don't know, but she then zoomied, almost like a drunken zoomie, toward straight at the entertainment center. Ended up turning at the last second and ended up body slamming it. Thankfully she didn't face plant into it, but she body slammed it. And then, hey pen, don't do that to me, thank you. And then turned around and cowered, like sat and cowered on the floor with like her face facing the floor, like she was very, very scared. And all this happened in a matter of like seconds. And I hear Sundown say, "I need your help." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll be there in a second." And he's like, "No, I need your help." And I knew. I was like, if this, for this man to even ask for help was alarm number one. But then to be so urgent and insistent that it be right now and not like, give me a second, kind of, I need your help. I knew something devastating was occurring. So, I throw my fork down and my napkin down. I come rushing into the room, and I see him knelt down on the floor with Charlotte, and I see boy dog Russell, little brother, who's bigger than her. So we call him Big Little Brother, taking a defensive stance in front of her as if he were protecting her from, I don't know, the wild threats that haunt the living room. I don't know what he thought he was protecting her from, but he was on duty. He was protecting her. And Sundown looks up at me. He's got his hands on Char, petting her, talking to her, calm and trying to calm her down. And he looks up at me, and I saw the fear and panic in this man's eyes. And this is not a man who like fears and panics. Like that's just not like his jam. But yeah, fear and panic. And I'm like, what is happening? What's going on? Did she, my initial thought was that she had, because we live out in the country, there are mice, people, you know what, it doesn't matter how clean your house is and how airtight, it is, could live in a freaking nuclear bunker, and if there are mice, they're getting in. So I thought, oh, she, that must have been what happened. It sounds like, the sounds that I was hearing, makes sense to me logically that, oh, she saw a mouse, went running for it, hit the end table and stunned herself, or maybe even hurt herself a little bit. I'm like, did she catch, so I asked him, I'm like, what, did she catch a mouse? And he's like, no, something's happening, something's wrong. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And I approach, and I notice that she's foaming at the mouth quite heavily, thick white foamy foam, spit foam, not like, party foam or something, like spit foam. and a pool of it is at her feet and down her front, and her whole mouth is wet. And I'm like, oh no, what is this? And then I'm like, I'm looking around at the area. She's cowering, she's shivering, her jaws are clattering, and she's seeming to act dazed and confused. Let me see. What do we want next? Let's do an L. I see L's. So I'm like, oh, no. I have anxiety, and a lot of it's has to do with medical stuff, personally medical stuff. But, oh, sorry, you got a whole shot of my arm. Sorry. A lot of my anxiety stems from, personal medical, like, procedures and, ailments and things like that that occur to me. However, another trigger for me is seeing people I care about injured or sick, or animals. Any animal, even animals that normally one would not feel inclined to sympathize with or empathize for. Even then, I don't handle it well. It kind of automatic trigger. I become aware of the situation, of the injury or the illness, and I need no more to trigger an attack. So, took one look at him, his face, the words he was saying, and took one look at Charlotte and her condition, and yeah, and began to spiral. And anyone who suffers from anxiety with panic attacks, you know that feeling. I held it together pretty well, I must say, in my opinion, because my love and affection for this dog overtook the panic that immediately smacked me in my freaking face. So, yeah, sorry, we had to take a little break there. I forgot where I was, but basically I believe I had told you about what was going on. Yeah, and so I immediately dropped to the ground as well. I dropped a bead. I don't know where it went. A drill. Don't know. If you see it, let me know. I'll find it eventually, I'm sure. So immediately I dropped to the ground on the other side of Charlotte. So she was sandwiched between Sundown and I. And Brother Russell was guarding and checking on her and doing his protective brother thing. I think I need washi tape in here. I'm using a tip that did not come with the pen. So this little movement that my pen is doing is my own, like the pen tip. That's my own fault. Not the pen's fault. This is not the tip that came with the pen. Sorry. I like the elbow tip situation, so I put one in. It just doesn't fit right, and I need to put some washi on the base of it to make it fit right. The end. Okay, so yeah, we have her sandwiched in between us, and she's sitting on her hiney, and her face, is face down, looking like toward the floor. Her teeth are chattering. She's foaming at the mouth. Her whole body's shaking. Her heart rate is erratic. And, we're like just trying to soothe her and calm her and let her know we're there, while at the same time I'm calling my daughter, who has just gotten to work, because this is her dog, and I wanted to keep her informed and find out like what she would like us to do, because we live out in the country. the closest vet for like emergency services is at least 30 minutes away. So it's not like we could have just thrown her in the car with us and rushed over to the ER vet in 5 to 10 minutes. No, this would have been like a 30-minute jaunt, and we were in the thick of things. We didn't know what was going on exactly. And Sundown said, I think she's having a seizure. And I'm like, what happened? Explain to me exactly what happened. So I also have a clear picture, because he saw more than I did. I heard things. He saw things. So, you know, he explained to me what I explained to you about what happened, and judging from his description and her condition at that moment, I concurred that this appears to be a seizure. Again, this is a dog that has only ever had one seizure in her life, and that was when the doctor gave her a medication that she did not tolerate, that her system did not process properly. So, you know, how, why, you know, what, all the questions. So we're, you know, what do? We decided to soothe her and calm her, try to reach Doth Hair at work, and within a minute or two, Shar had started recovering. Her shaking stopped and lessened considerably, and her teeth chattering lessened. The foaming stopped and turned into just a straight up water fountain drool. She did seem a little confused. She did then move herself into a lay down position, like a sphinx type laying position. And but she did seem like she could not see. She was putting her head up in the air, sniffing around, kind of moving her head around like, I should be able to see, but I can't. But, you know, that was alarming. However, she seemed to be coming down from the main event. And by the time Doth Hair got home, about 20-25 minutes later, Charlotte was largely returned to normal in that she was able to walk around. She seemed to be able to see. She seemed less confused. She was wagging her tail. She was responsive. She, you know, joined her brother in the bark greeting of her girl coming home, and she was able to navigate the 4 porch steps both up and down to go utilize the facilities outside, aka urination station in the grass. She was drinking. She was walking around it, you know, she was still a little slow. She was still a little like unsteady, almost weak, you know, which I imagine, you know, I can imagine why. But had largely behaviorally and physically returned to more normal. We did some Dr. Google MD type of thing to get some more information. Like, this is not a dog that has a seizure condition, at least has not to this point. This is a dog that did not get into anything. She is not having any other symptoms or problems. You know, this was just kind of like out of the nowhere, cannot explain it type of situation. And it lasted like literally maybe 2 minutes tops, toppity tops, before, you know, she'd never lost consciousness. You know, it was just, gosh darn it, I really need to washi this pen. The pen tip. But, yeah, we came to the conclusion based on the information available on the interwebs that it is generally not a total emergency situation in this instance because the seizure was not 3 to 5 minutes. She had, within the hour, recovered fully, although obviously pretty exhausted from the experience. She seemed to have recovered and resumed normal behaviors and activities and stopped drooling and all that. She was utilizing the bathroom fine. Well, her bath, you know what I mean. She was going to the bathroom, okay. She was responsive. She seemed alert and all that stuff. So we decided to just keep an eye on her for the rest of the evening. We did make an appointment for her to be seen by the vet on Thursday. So she will be getting a checkup on Thursday and whatever tests, if any, they feel need to be run. But in the meantime, we were advised just keep an eye on her. Check, don't leave her alone in case it happens again. Just keep an eye on her. If it happens again, seek emergency services at that point. But she should be fine. With how quick the seizure seemed to be, how, I guess, minor the seizure seemed to be in comparison to what it could have been, and the fact that she recovered so quickly, they think that she will be fine until we see the vet, and she can have some testing done or whatnot. But that was a big drama today. Unfortunately, she, we didn't have a clear picture of what we needed or didn't need to do, or a clearer picture of Char's recovery point until after Doth Hair got home from work. She had to leave work. She had talked to her boss and explained that there was an emergency and she had to leave in the beginning of her shift. We did offer to take over nursing duties and watch duties and let her go back to work, but they had already called a replacement employee in and expressed that they felt it was important for her to stay home with her dog and her family until, she felt more comfortable and confident that her puppy was okay. And they were sympathetic and understanding, and so it all worked out. But Al's not one to call off work. Al is not one to leave early. She's not one to complain. She's not one to come in late. 90% of the time, she goes in when they call her in on her days off, or they call her to come in early. She does not skip work or call off work. She takes every shift she can get. She's been a model employee, and even the only time that she does not come in when called on a day off or something is if we have plans already or are out of town, and she can't make it there to work in a reasonable amount of time, then she can't go because the dogs cannot be left home alone. So yeah, usually she goes in when called. When she has to say no, it's for a valid, legit reason, not just a I don't want to go, so I'm not gonna. It's a legit reason. So they recognized that and were able to let her stay home, which is nice. This is letter E. Yeah, that was kind of our big drama for today. The big scare we had today. I can't handle, I don't know about you guys, but I can't handle seeing animals struggle, sick, in pain. It's an instant trigger, and I wasn't always this way, so I don't know like what happened. It seems like after I had the MS attack and the 2 TIAs, that one day that first time I experienced anything like that, from that day forward, it fundamentally changed. I don't know how it all works, but I feel like it fundamentally changed my brain and the way my brain works and does not work. That's when I started having memory problems. That's when I started having panic attacks. So yeah, I used to be very calm, cool, collected, put together. I could compartmentalize the emotions and turn on serious mode, you know, crisis management mode when something would come up until that point when I, you know, had a bad day with the brain. And since then, I have just turned into a anxiety-riddled mess when it comes to certain triggers that never bothered me before. So I'm quite proud of myself. I did make it through the experience without medication. I do have a prescription medication for panic attacks, for instances like this when, you know, I get blindsided by a trigger. But I was able to make it through without, which I am proud of myself for, because I do not like to take medication if I don't have to. Any kind. Even, you know, aspirin or anything. I just, that's just a personal thing. That's, you know, I don't judge anyone who has a different view or anything like that. But for me personally, I just don't want to consume something unless I absolutely have to. And I was able to keep myself put together and calmed down afterward enough to where I was not in need of the assistance of medication. So I consider that a win. Charlotte's doing well right now. She is resting. Brother is protecting. That's why there's so many breaks in the video. He's extra. Do we have a trash drill here, my friends? We do. We do. Come here. Come on. I know you want to. There you go. All right. So we can take a look. How close can I get without blur? It's going to blur. I don't know if you can see, but there is just like this small son of a biscuit eater. I'm trying to show you to the world, you little boogerkin. There. It's getting too blurry. But if you can see if I can catch the light, there's just this little extra scrap on the edge of the drill. Nothing major, but it does not want to fit in the ruler hole. If I was not using a ruler, it could have been placed down. It depends on, stop it. It depends on how, you know, picky you are with that kind of thing. If you want all of your drills to be perfect, that would have been a trash drill too. If you don't mind, you know, that it had a little bit extra, as long as it fits and doesn't stick out like a sore thumb, then it would have been totally usable. Anyway, yeah, so that's kind of been my day. Everything was going well until then. I got some work done on my Love is in the Air. If you haven't seen that, there's some pictures on the community page, and I did do a video, and after we finish this section, I'm gonna do a video with that diamond painting and do a little bit of that with you guys, because up to this point I've just been so overwhelmed with having 3 whips, having a giveaway, having a destash effort, that I have not had a chance since, I think, the first kitting up and maybe one whip after that. WiP'n'Chit. Maybe. But I just haven't had the time and opportunity to film much with that. And I owe it to, you know, the other participants who are taking the time and effort to do so, for me to also make the time and put in the effort to make a dedicated WiP'n'Chit video. So it's not that I haven't wanted to, it's just that, like I said, lots going on. I've got 3 whips. I've got my adult explicit whip. I have this monster beast of a 50 by 60 Raven whip going on, and then the Love is in the Air whip going on, which is a 40 by 70. So yeah, 3 whips, and I have my coaster series that I'm doing, and I was hosting the giveaway and the D-stash effort. So been busy mama, and haven't, you know, some things have had to kind of get I don't know how I've kind of had to, you know, phone it in, so to speak, on some things at some points, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Not intentionally or maliciously, you know, with malintent or anything. The event videos are not the only thing that have had to take a little bit of a backseat hit type of situation. It's just a timing and priority thing. So, but now we're past all that, and I have some extra time and can devote myself to making a WiP'n'Chit with that. And right now, if you're wondering like if you can hear the crazy noise, we have a white noise machine going on. It's soothing to the dogs, and it helps mask some of the noises going on outdoors that would normally make them bark their fool heads off, and helps them relax and calm down. I see danger, Will Robinson. You guys, I don't know if anybody's been looking, but take a minute, please. I'm nervous because, let me tell you, I'm seeing a collection of letters. And I'm now determined to find this and take a picture of it at some point. When I do find it, right here, looky here. Okay, I'm going to zoom you guys in and see. Hopefully it won't get too blurry. Look at the letters in the bottom couple rows that we're working with. Can you see? Let me get... I can't say it, but I'm going to show it to you. For instance, here we have a C right there. Let's look around that. It's like a word search. And then we have a U. See you. But what I couldn't help but notice is what was next to that. Yeah. And then look around. What's above that? Look at that. This dirty ring killer here from the movie The Ring. She calling me something right there, you guys, calling it to me. That's not nice. And I see right here we got Hun, H-U-N. That's a little nicer than this one. And then she's like trying to subliminally tell me to C-U-T. She's telling me to cut. She wants me to cut something. You guys, if I turn into like homicidal by the time I finish this diamond painting, you'll know that it was because of the subliminal messaging in here. I'm getting called names. She's trying to lull me into a false sense of... What letter am I even on? E. She's trying to lull me into a false sense of like security. Oh, hun, it's okay. You can diamond paint me, hun. Yep. Oh, and look, real quick. Just I see another one. I see another word right here. N-U-N. None. Yep. So now the story gets deeper. So now, what is her name? Sadaku or Ring? The girl from the Ring. Her name escapes me, but she is lulling me. She's like, no, everything's. You guys, I did mess up. I messed up. How? Where? This was ease. I poured the ease. Look. I have multicolors in there. I don't know if you can see, but I have... We'll have to set this aside and separate the colors and identify what happened there. It must have happened last time we worked on the diamond painting. Hopefully it won't screw anything up. Corrections will need to be made. Well, that sucks. Crud. Anyway, let's do another one before we go. Pyramid Head. Pyramid Head. Where are you? A check mark. You're too far away. Nope, a hashtag. I'm looking for Pyramid Head. Found you. Here it is. But yeah. So what are, yeah. So, first she's trying to convince me that she's sweet and innocent like a nun. And she's like being all placating and calling me hun. But then she sneaks in. Where am I? I'm on Pyramid Head. Then she sneaks in the word cut. Subliminal messaging. Trying to get me to do something harmful. Cut. I'll cut. I'll cut the cellophane cover sheet away when I need a new section. That's all the cutting I'm going to do. So your subliminal messages aren't working. And then she got mad that I refused to, you know, follow her instructions as intended and called me the C word. You saw it. I showed you. I know I've seen on the Facebook page that you guys like to post sometimes when you find, you know, certain words, naughty words, or diamond painting relevant words, like relevant to the project that you're working on. Yeah, if I'm going to take a picture of that one for you guys, put it on the Facebook page. You're welcome. But you saw it here first. Well, you probably see it on the Facebook page first. Who are we kidding? By the time I get this edited and uploaded and YouTube edited and out to you, you will probably have seen the post if you're a member of the Facebook group. We do have a Facebook group if you didn't know or hadn't heard. It is exclusively for members of our community, subscribers to Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting. All subscribers are welcome to join our group on Facebook. Just search up Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting and push that little join button. It'll ask you a couple questions. Because it is a subscriber exclusive private group, I do ask, when you hit join, it will ask you what your subscriber name is. So like, say you're going to leave a comment, or, you know, if I were to at you in a comment and say at so-and-so, what's your so-and-so that goes behind the at? That name. It will ask you that name so that I can verify you are in fact a subscriber. And then it will ask you if you understand that the group is exclusively for subscribers of Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting, or survivor of Dark and Creepy Diamond Painting, because this whip and chat's been a little rough. So survivor would also be an accurate word. But yeah, that's about it. And then you answer those two very simple, magical, easy questions, and like magic, you are teleported into our Facebook group to join your friends and Dark and Creepy family to share whips. We share whips, we share shops, we share conversation. We share sneak peeks. I'll leak them over there for you guys sometimes when I get my hands on. We got chat rooms, like little sub chat rooms for the whips, and just general conversation, you know, like, hey, psst, I know it's 3 a.m. Is anybody awake out there diamond painting? Want to diamond paint with me? Kind of thing. Or any other general conversation. So we have a separate chat for shops. So if you find like an Etsy shop or a small shop, a website, a business, whatever, that you are excited about, and hey, have you guys heard about this shop? You can link it there. If you have your own shop that you would like to inform people about, you can put it in that. And that way, everybody, there's like one little chat room subgroup situation where if somebody's looking to shop, it's a one-stop shop. They can go to that little chat room and see what other people are buying and where they're buying it from and what they're buying. Like maybe you want it too. Maybe you find something you didn't know you needed in your life. Find a new shop that, you know, is everything you've been looking for. You know, whatever. It'll be there. So we have that. Then we have the spilling tea room, the spilling tea rumor mill room. And no, don't misunderstand. It is not that kind of spilling tea rumor mill. We don't talk about people and drama. It's a place where we can say, you know, hey, I heard such and such company is going to be releasing new canvases next week, or hey, I figured out what this new canvas coming out soon is going to be. I heard such and such company is going to start making square drills, that kind of thing. Just where we sneak in and trade the rumors on the street, you know. I'll give you one now. For example, word on the street is that Raven Diamond Art is going to have some kits with AB drills in the future, in this year, if I'm not mistaken. There you go. There's one example of the rumor that, you know, or for example, I was watching one of Raven's TikToks, and I thoroughly picked those TikToks apart for sneak peeks because I don't like surprises. I don't mind if something's spoilered for me, generally speaking, especially if I want to like know what kind of kits are coming up. And you know her and her TikTok, she's always got the inventory behind her, the wall full of kits, and I'm just pouring out my drills. And if I see one that I can clearly identify, like I'm pretty sure I saw a stained glass, kind of like raincoats with the Coraline in the background with the stained glass. Pretty sure I saw a Chucky situation of that. So I was like, hey, you guys, look, I think I see a Chucky in a stained glass, or I think this is, you know, look at this in the background. I think that's a portrait of Michael. Things like that. Fun, harmless, not malicious, not dramatic. Oh, there's another one of the words. Why am I doing this letter if I want to take a picture? Well, guys, I guess that'll be it. That'll be it for this WiP'n'Chit, because I want to catch a picture of these certain instances of this word, and if I keep putting the letter C down, I'm gonna take that opportunity away from myself this time, and I don't want to. So we'll end it here. That'll be it for this WiP'n'Chit. I'm going to finish this section on my own, but thanks for hanging out with me. I had fun. Oh, let me get rid of my little friend here real quick so we can zoom out. Watch out. Here we go. Lots of movement. And you can see just how just how little I got done. Sorry, I tried. But yeah, we got lots of stuff going on over here in my household that I've been keeping an ear and eye on while we're diamond painting. But let me give you a clearer picture of where we're at, our progress on this. There you go. We're still in the early phases, you guys. See, almost done with this whole first bottom strip. This one might take me some time, especially with so many whips to work on. If this was the only one I had, then we'd probably be buzzing through here pretty quick. But, you know, it is what it is. We got some events. We're being part of the community. We're doing stuff. So, but yeah, we've started. We're getting there. We're working on it. All right, you guys. So thank you for spending your valuable time with me, you guys. I had fun. It was really nice to be able to talk to you guys and kind of let some of that stress from today go with the whole puppy drama and stuff, and just be able to chill for a little bit. And I appreciate it. Hope you had fun too, and got to hang out and get some whip done while we chitter-chattered. Love to hear from you down in the comments below. Let me know what you're working on and what you've been up to in your world. And with that, I guess we're done here. If you like this video, please consider giving me a thumbs up and let me know that you did like it. And if you find yourself enjoying this kind of content and this kind of art, consider subscribing if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can get notified whenever I drop a new video. And if you're already subscribed and you want to take it to the next level, we do have channel memberships. If you go to the channel homepage and click the join button, you'll be able to see the memberships, their options, and what goodies you get, and see if that's for you. That's all I've got for this time, you guys. I will see you in the next one. Stay naughty.